Well, the weather got cold real quick and windy, which makes it worse. Whoa, shit, is it cold. And my furnace isn't working. Hello, that means when I came out here, it's noontime, and I just got out here, and it's cold. Well, maybe not quite noon, but damn close to it. So I hung that tarp down there real quick. Only because I usually leave the door open a little bit out there for the boys, because they like to come in and brush through and kind of, now they got the dog door, sure, but they're spoiled, so I have to leave the garage door open a little bit for them, because they actually like to lay in between the tarp and the garage door. They get a little bit of the cold weather, but yet they get some heat that seeps through from the garage here. When I have heat in the garage. I just lit the wood burner, so it'll start warming up a little bit in here from the front wood burner. I'd like to get some work done on that back piece today, so I can get that heat up in here and hopefully start getting some heat coming in from there. Because I think once I get that done, once I fill that, that'll burn pretty near and keep this place pretty near warm all day. So I don't have to worry about it too much, and keep, throwing more wood on the fire, so to speak. So, but anyway, yeah, it's a heat exchanger in a roundabout way. You can say that. I should have said that in the beginning instead of calling it a heat box or a fire box. I like to just keep everybody on their toes. No, not really. It was just a firebox to me, or a heat box. But again, heat exchanger is, I guess would be the word. So, but anyway, where am I? Besides standing here, talking to you guys, freezing my buns off, trying to have a hot cup of coffee, which is cooling down quick, so thank God for the microwave over there. I got to get outside and really freeze my buns off, and I got to get some of that brick done. I got to get that piece of tin across the exchanger cut, the heat box, and I got to start drilling some holes, because I want to cut the circular hole for the seeing that I haven't got a 5 or 6 inch hole saw to cut through metal with, I figure I'll just start drilling a series of holes and then get out my my die grinder, or my cutting wheel, and finish it off with that, or maybe just get in there with the jigsaw and a couple of good metal blades. But I got to start by drilling a lot of holes, so I'm going to make sure that the drills are sharp and the batteries are up to charge, because I am not going to run an extension cord out there unless I really have to. And that reminds me that I have to put a exterior plug out back there, because I have one in the front of the garage. Now I got to put another one in the back off to the side, a waterproof exterior plug. So if I do need to plug in out there, I can just do so and not have to worry about it. So anyway, guys, that's where I'm at. Catch you in a few. Oh, I'll tell you, I feel the wind. All right, you can see it blowing around out there. Like I say, once in the winter time comes and the trees start to shed, I mean the winter time. Did I say summer? Already I'm dreaming. We get the north wind, which is coming out of the back here, big time. And as you can see, we're blowing around out there. So, and I'm trying to get a few things done in here. I tried to get on the net, excuse me, real quick, and had a problem the other day getting on. So yesterday it was. So what I had done was, I was using a free antivirus program called Total Security 360, and it seemed to have been working pretty good, but for some reason, all of a sudden, it started locking me out of everything. I had to approve everything. Even if I, hit the approve, always, it's still, every time I back out and go in, it did the same thing. So I'm working on that. But meanwhile, I brought these out as well because I want to see which one is actually going to be the one I'm going to just leave out here. Those are two 10-inch. One's an Acer, one's a Gateway. The Gateway is the one closer on the right. The Gateway is a little faster than the Acer. Acer and Gateway are the same company, by the way. But the Acer is just a slower machine, slower processor, less RAM. The Gateway has a little bit faster processor and more RAM. Hard drives are about the same. I think they're 250 or 500 in each one. That's not a big deal. I mean, yeah, that's plenty of space that I'm going to need out here. But this is the one I actually wanted to keep out here, which is the larger Gateway, because it's larger and it's a lot faster. And other than that, it sits in the closet. All right? These three, along with another two, a 17-inch monitor laptop and another 15-inch Dell laptop sit in the house. They're usually sitting in these bags and they're just hanging on a hook inside the closet. So if I'll just get them out here and start using them. So otherwise, what else are they? What good are they? They're a good backup. If one breaks, I have one as a spare to use until I get a new one. So this is where I'm at. So I'm going to work on that for a few minutes just to get kind of acclimated to the cold without the wind beating on me, and kind of keep the fire stalking over there in that little black, that's a wood burner over there, as you guys know. I think I showed you this 100 times. I may not have, though. I may have just breezed through it. Ta-da! Okay. Anyway, I'm going to try to acclimate, keep the wood going for a few minutes once I know that fire is burning, and I'm going to get a chisel, get my ass going, get some pencils, get out there with some air hose, and do what I have to do. Alright, meanwhile, I'm back in the shop. Just came in from outside using the other camera, as you're seeing as I drilled the hole. My phone is like on 0. So I want to keep it plugged in a few minutes, and because the wife is out shopping, I really just don't want to leave the phone in here on charge, so I'm going to stay in here for a minute and drop a lot of shit on the floor and then try to figure out what the hell it is I'm dropping because I can't see it, and then let the phone at least charge up enough to where I can use it. Ah, there it is, the Allen key. Drop the Allen key. So if I had to change the cutting wheel, how would I do the cutting wheel? Oh God, I am just losing, there it is, losing it. I've lost it. Hey guys, if you are pickers like I am, and at night you just have to have the urge to pick, you're really not hungry, but you got that urge, you got to pick. Well, I lost like 40 some odd pounds. Now a lot of it to do is because I've been working my ass off back here. However, I have been watching what I eat. And these are great pickers. 41, according to the directions, according to the stats. It's 140 calories, which is quite a bit. However, 41 pieces. I don't eat 41 pieces through the course of the night. I grab a handful. There's probably 30 pieces in there, maybe, on a handful. This bag lasts me all week. All right? So it's a great picker. If you're a picker, a nervous eater, or you just have to have something while you're watching TV, they're great. 40 of them. All right? It'll get you through the night. You're talking 140 calories. Now, if you were a good person all day and you didn't pig out anywhere and cheat, you could even go for 80 of them if you wanted to and go 280 calories. But I'm just saying, They help me a lot when I get the urge. Or sometimes even if I get a little on the hungry side and I want to make it for another hour or two, I'll grab 6, 7, 8, 10 of them. They work for me.